New tonight, people experiencing a mental health crisis in Gwinnett County have a new resource to lean on. The police department just launched a pilot program where a licensed mental health counselor can respond to calls with a Gwinnett officer. Residents still need to call 911, but if the responding officer thinks the person's having a mental health crisis, this specialized team can be called out to help. So far, they only have one team on the street, but they've already responded to a few calls together, and the department thinks it's working.
I think it's important to try to capture our community in all aspects, just the way that there's medical assistance that we provide with the fire department and the ambulance. This is a different approach that we're trying to take so that we could better help.
They hope to add more officer counselor teams by 2022. Recruits going through the academy are already being trained on mental health intervention. We've heard of several other local agencies taking this approach as well, including Brookhaven Police.